What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? In the building. In the building. It's about 6:36 p.m. on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. And tonight, this evening, we got something cool. We got a real cool brother in the building, man. Designer Panda is in the house, man. We got him, man. Virtual reality to IRL, man. What's up, my brother? How you feeling, dude?
Man, what's up? What's up? Man, I'm chilling. I'm a bit sore. I've been doing a lot of workout and shit since Friday, moving around.
Yes,
So I'm
sir.
just relaxing today.
As we should, as we should. So I'm glad you got some free time for us to talk today, man. And welcome, bro, and welcome everybody to In the Lens with Benz. I'm your host of Beneficial Films. Y'all know me in the metaverse as Beneficial Games, and today we're diving and doing something different. I'm here in my avatar in VR, and my boy here joining me in real life using the Discord is the one and only VR enthusiast, VR scripter, VR community gatherer, world hopper, and man, one of the most OG scripters that I know personally, man. Designer Panda, bro. Welcome, bro. On the show, we talk about virtual reality, AI, and the creative journeys of those shaping the future. And it's about imagination, innovation, and community. And today we're diving in with Designer Panda. Welcome, man. Once again.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
What's the word, man? How you doing? Can you tell the people about a little bit about who you are and how you got started within your VR journey?
Oh man, it's a good one. So hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Designer Panda. Originally, I did go by Amp Valentine. A
You
lot of people don't know
did. You
that.
were
It
Aunt
was a short,
Valentine,
yeah.
bro.
It was a short little
Sure
adventure.
was.
It was a short little adventure. But I got into scripting back in 2021. I want to say somewhere between January and February. Um, it was a lot. Yeah, what's up? Did I cook? No, not yet. Oh, yeah, I cooked breakfast. I got you, going.
Okay, you be chefing up. You be chefing it up.
No, I cooked egg sandwich for breakfast. I was hungry. I actually didn't eat all day other than that, but sorry about that. Uh, so yeah, it started back in like January, February 21. Um, I told somebody that I knew how to script one. I mean, just be honest, we all do that. Yeah, I know I do something, no, you don't. But I learned. It was a passion. I took it. I seen what people could do, the things that people can make, the games people were making, the magic people were making. And I really wanted to be a part of that all factor. It wasn't about the fame. It really wasn't about the money. It was just one of those things. It was like, yo, I need this, that. I got you. And it generally made people happy. Made people smile. And I love making people happy. I love making people smile. It's just it's a wonderful feeling to me just to be able to do something for somebody and just make their day.
I love that, bro. Yeah, yeah, and it's something so new and magical like VR when you get something to working or you build something in there just to see it happen with your eyes, you get a sense of accomplishment, bro. And I'm pretty sure you helped a lot of people with
Hmm.
that. And for people who don't know what a scripter or scripting is, bro, is in your words, tell the people who don't know, because I make the show for people who not in VR, who don't know world buildings or VR chat or Meta Horizon.
Got you.
What is scripting? What is that?
So scripting, to kind of put it in layman's terms, it's programming. Um, VR's version, Horizon Worlds version, is a bit different from everybody else's. There are languages out there that kind of use the style that Horizon used, but it's called code blocking.
So it's
And what it
coding like
is
HTML,
you're basically,
CSS with the words that you can make
well, in a
websites is, right?
sense,
In a
yeah,
sense.
but with
Okay.
code blocking, it's more of structuring sentences together.
Okay.
So like instead of going into a TypeScript like HTML and JavaScript where you have to get dot player and start and colons and dots and everything everywhere, this one is more so when world starts, when player enters trigger, spawn player to blank. The program
Okay.
is already laid out for you. All you're doing is putting a sentence together to make it make sense.
And that's actually one thing that I loved about Meta Horizon itself as well, man. Not only can we just create with these primitive shapes, these 16 shapes, and put them together and group them to make something new, but we can also script and or code or make these shapes or these items do things. I can make a stick and make some flames come out, and boom, I have a Harry Potter wand. You know what I mean? So I felt like
Yeah.
that's really cool, bro. So how did you get started scripting? How did you start learning coding? Did you know coding on PC terms on laptops and computers, or did you start it straight from VR?
So back then, I want to say around 16, 15. Not my age, but the year 16 and 15. Um, I actually went to a computer class where they were teaching programming for smartphones, mobile phones.
Nice.
And we started with Android and then we switched to Mac. And the funny thing about that class was everybody, when we switched to the Mac version for iPhone, everybody programmed the game, but nobody's game was working for the simple fact that it was made for iPhone and everybody who did it plugged in their Android thinking it was going to work.
Mm.
So everybody was in the class like, this ain't working. We did. The teacher's like, well, y'all did it right. And then somebody's like, well, that's because y'all got Androids. And we're like, oh.
Ah.
That's a funny little tidbit about that.
But that's
How I
cool
got
though.
started in Horizon.
What's the
Yeah, no, it
what's the
was fun.
difference? What's the difference between the code blocking that you just explained and making the phone on the game?
Code blocking, like I said, is more form. If I had to put a word to it, poetry. It's like
Mm.
poetry. You got to structure sentences to where it makes sense. Coding, when you're talking about HTML, JavaScript, Python, C Sharp, Udon for VR chat, those are more so you tell the script what to do. Like you have consistence, you have variables, you have JSONs, and JSONs basically are just like little packets that hold information. Like say you're building a game and you have a player in there called John. In your JSON, you'll have John's age, John's job, where he works, what he does for a living, where his house is. Like it just stores information. Hey, Glow Glow. I'm sorry, y'all. Get
Glow
down,
glow
buddy.
in the building. She want to get
Get
on
down, buddy.
camera.
Come on.
She want to get on that
Right.
cam.
Um, she just wants me to pet her, pet him. Um, yeah. So it's more so in the sense it's harder, but you unlock a whole lot more with coding than it is code blocks because code blocks already has the coding done for you. You're
Roblox
just
already has the
it's
coding
like
done for you.
yeah. So imagine construction. Coding would be actually building buildings, and code blocking would be Legos.
I love that, bro. I love that, bro. I ain't have the conversation that broke down scripting like this before, bro. I appreciate you. Because I actually wanted when I was younger, bro, wanted to create games. I wanted to create video
Hmm.
games. I fell in love with video games, and but to this day, right? How can we get in contact with a game studio or the creator of Call of Duty or Fortnite or Grand Theft Auto? Right? We can't. We don't know. We enjoying the game so much. So what's one point I loved about VR2 is like, oh snap, we actually meeting the creators, these developers, these coders,
Hmm.
these scripters, and we can ask them questions. We can do what we're doing right now,
Hmm.
and I can dive into your brain, or we can go back and forth about what we like, or advice, or anything, man. And I think that's
Hmm.
huge, bro. And speaking of that, how has community been for you in this VR thing? Speaking of that.
You want to be honest, or you want me to paint a fairy tale?
No, that show is about real. We gotta keep it real.
All right. So it was good. It still is good. The community is great when you. It's basically putting out what you want back. If you want a great community, you got to be a great person. In the beginning, it was cool because I was doing so many things and I was learning so many things, and people wanted to help me so bad. But money started coming in, and I started to get a little money hungry, and I was doing dumb shit. I'm not gonna get into the logistics of what I was doing, but I was doing
Mhm.
dumb shit, and the community that I built up was broken down because of the distrust within me and the inconsistency that I was displaying. Um,
So that's
but
big.
that's why I went from Aunt Valentine to Designer Panda to rebrand myself. Uh,
Okay, respect, and
since
that's
then, I was still doing little dumb things, but I'm working my way back up. I'm definitely my community is definitely a whole lot better now. I'm getting a whole lot more. I wouldn't say attention, but a whole lot more help. People are looking at me in a brighter light than it was, and I'm just walking a new path.
that's really good, man. That's big of you to admit that your faults and then not blame anybody else or something like that, bro. Um, And for one instance too, we talk a lot on the show about when people first get in here. You know what I mean? How VR kind of makes you feel a little bit when you got the VR headset on. You meet these random people, and you kind of got this avatar on. And most people will go into, I feel like, I'd say troll mode. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, yo, let's this is fun. We don't really care about feelings. We just really want to have fun, world hop and stuff like that. How do you feel about those people? And were you kind of on that mode too when you first got in here?
No, I don't. Nowadays, people do that because they ain't got shit else better to do. Um, when I
Facts.
first got in here, I was very shy. Growing up, I was always very shy. Unless I got to know you, then I'm a ball of light. But I was very shy. I never spoke to anybody. I kind of stayed to myself,
That was
watching
true, bro.
people.
We ain't had too many conversations outside of you just
Yeah, I
scripting.
was very shy. But being in there and then socializing with people and then connecting with people and you see, I think I want to say it like this: there's a certain magic to Horizon in VR in general, where though it is not a physical interaction to where I could be face to face with you and all your sensors are being touched on, touch, sense, smell, all that stuff. The heart of people and the idea of people and who they truly are come through in VR.
That's
Just because I can't physically touch you,
one hundred
you
percent.
still are who you're going to be or who you want to be in VR. You're going to show your true colors. And people are like, oh,
You gonna
well,
show that?
he's an asshole. That's because he's either naturally an asshole or he wants to be an asshole. But people are going to be or
'Cause-
want to be who they are in VR. They're going to show that. So, it's a certain magic, but I say for people who haven't tried it, I say try it. You're either going to be one or two people. You're going to be a troll or you're going to be a businessman. Either
mm.
way, you're going to have fun. It's going to teach you things and have you break out of that shell that you were once in. Like I was shy, nigga. Now I'm out here, motherfucker, talking that girl. Let me get your number. What's up? What your toes taste like? You know what I'm saying? Just I say random shit now, like. But it's the confidence. It
Mhm.
built it distilled confidence in me. You know.
Boost that confidence, man, and that's what Angel the artist said. That's what Chirac Picasso said, man. To help them kind of get out their shell and perform and really get out there and start talking to people with the help of VR and the community, bro. I think that's huge.
Hmm.
I think that's really really huge, man. Um, can you
Yeah,
describe?
it's one of those things. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, man. Can you just describe one of your favorite VR projects that you worked on, man? What's one of your favorites out here? What do you recommend people to come see when they get into the VR
Man,
set?
I'm gonna be honest with you. All of them. I love every single project that I do, for the simple fact
Nice.
that I don't see one better than the other. And the reason I say that is because each and every project I've ever done has its own little unique magic to it. Each one of it is its own entity, it's its own game. They might have the same mechanics, but they were built with different ideas and different gameplays, and it's just magical to see that you can make a gun shoot 13,000 different ways, and you can
Mm.
make a heads up display 13,000 different things, and how changing something as simple as ammunition to water pellets can change a whole person's perspective on how to play a game. And each one, I love all the projects. I say my honest opinion, if I recommend anything, I recommend everything. Try as
Mm.
much as you can. Get your feet in the water.
Facts.
I'm telling you, it's such a magical thing to see. It's such a magical thing to be a part of. And if you can build and find your community in there where all y'all are world hopping, not just on Horizon, but on VR Chat, on Avalanche, on uh, Roblox, if you could find that community where it's just you and your friends and y'all go world hopping, it's
Mm.
magical, man. It's magical as hell.
And that's the thing too, man. It's yeah, people compare VR to a game, and I like to say, well, it's not, but it is. You can do both, and it's kind of like the friends you made when you was playing your Xbox Call of Duties or your PS5's Call of Duties or your Fortnites. You know what I mean? You meet these people that you really genuinely like and we want to play with every day. We want to squad up, and you make these friends, and it's kind of the same thing in VR as well.
Mhm.
As attached to it is like the mannerisms, the body movements, the
Mm-hmm.
the awareness of brands and what people are doing in real life, and even the networking of having your brand and collabing. Have you ever and did you collab? And what's your favorite collab so far? I know you said what's your favorite project. You said all of them. It might be the same question, but if you did a collab,
I can say it's different questions. Kind of the same answer. I want to say my favorite collab that I've done so far was JCPA with Black Magic. Black Magic's always been there. But the moment he approached me and asked me to be his scripter, I was excited that day because Black Magic wasn't just a place that trolls went to, wasn't just a place that people went to relax. Not only was it a place that was recommended as people's first place to go to, but Black Magic was really Black Magic. Like it was magical. Like you went there, there was a sense of communities, there was games, people clicked up whether you were Chloe. What you were what 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 you boy. Everybody clicked up whether you were a troll, whether you were friendly, whether you were emotional, whether you were a hater, whether you were a dickhead. No matter what you were, you could find your community in Black Magic, and it was magical because everybody came in there. Doesn't matter what was going on that day. You could have been playing music. Y'all could have been trolling everybody. It could have been a shit show, or it could have been a magical show. No matter what it was, there was always a sense of community and unity in Black Magic, and I always wanted to be a part of that and show people that this can be great if you make it great. Because no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, your community and your unity is always going to be what you make it.
and I love that, bro, because community is huge, man, and it's a lot of positives go on, but just like yin and yang, a lot of darkness go on, or a lot of bad things happening here, bro. Personally, I don't like to talk about the bad things in here because I want to elevate it, but I don't want to deter from the real that happens in VR. Um, but you know, what I mean, I don't. I like to ask. I like to ask more of what's happening to get people inside this joint rather than deter them away from getting it on the headset. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
how did you? I guess I'm trying to get into the monetization or the making money in this thing because one is one thing to be playing a game, but two, it's another thing to say, "Yo, I'm making money in this thing." When did you find out
Mm.
about like how can you monetize or make money in here, and then how can you utilize that? Because you did say you was making money in here, and that's
Man.
how things kind of switched up. So how was that? How did that play out? From the,
So I'm gonna go back to M Valentine. The first $10 I ever made, and I have to give it to him, even though I don't like him for reasons. But Boss King, he was the first $10 I ever made in VR. And the reason I say that is because I had a bunch of friends. I want to say friends. It was a little community. Um, my first four friends, Summer Sweet, AB guy, and the other two, I can't think of their names. We was going around world hopping, and one day we was in Black Magic, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a video because I'm bored." So I pulled out the camera, started recording shots. Zoom in, zoom outs, rotates, pull ins, all sorts of shit. And I put a video together, like a little short promo. It was around Halloween, and I threw it up on Instagram, and that motherfucker blew up overnight. And I got a DM from Boss King. He was like, "Hey, did you make this?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You made it from scratch?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the one who took the shots. I did the music. I edited it. I did everything." He was like, "I got a job for you." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Got a job for me, motherfucker? What?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a job for you." So I hopped in VR. He was like, "Look, for my world, I just want you to make promos, and I'll pay you for each video." And I
Nice.
gotta admit, even though he is kind of a dickhead, he's a real nigga. He will stand on business. He did pay me
Respect.
for each promo.
Respect, man.
Um,
Nice, man.
and then from there, it dove into acting. I got into acting with, at the time they were called Metavisionaries, owned by Dangerously Wild and them, but then they split up and did some other shit. So I got into acting. They were paying me here and there for little things. And then around 2021 is when so a little bit of that. Dangerously Wild and me were in a world that she made. It was a park. And she was talking to me about wanting to make things move and wanting to make things work. Da, 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 da. That was the first time ever I had lied to somebody and told them I knew how to do some shit.
Oh.
And she brought me into build mode for the first time ever. And this is everybody's reaction when they get into build mode. They start moving their hands around like, how the fuck do I move?
Yeah. That was your first time ever. You told her you could script some shit.
Yeah, I told her I could script it, I could build this fucking lied out my ass, but we was in there and I couldn't move and I was making myself look stupid. I was like, I just told this lady I knew how to do this. I look stupid. I can't move. I can't shrink and scale. I couldn't do shit. And I was like, hold on, my controls are broken, so I left.
Mm.
I didn't talk to her for a week because that whole week that I left, I was in
Studying
Bilbo
up.
myself,
Studying up.
studying the fuck up. I was like, nah, I can't do that, bro. So the week that I came back, I told her, hey, y'all still need help? She's like, yeah. So we went to build mode and I'm in that motherfucker. Boom, 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 boom. Snap, click, rotate, scale. I was going crazy with it. And she's like, okay, okay, okay. She said, but you said you knew how to program. I was like, yeah, I know how to program. She's like, I want you to script this for me. I said, I bet. She said, how long you gonna take? Give me like 2 days. I ain't know how to do shit. But the next day, a friend of mine, a girl I was actually dating, her name was Diamond Sky. She brought me into build mode and she was working on this underwater world. She was like, hey Panda, do you know how to script? I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you put a sound from when people come in that they play the Little Mermaid theme? In the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know how to do that shit. But I can't bitch out now. So
Yeah.
I got into build mode. I went up in the sky way far away from her so she didn't see what I was doing. I pulled out a script. Man, I sat there for 10 minutes looking at this goddamn logic board with nothing on it. Like, how the fuck do I do this?
Mm.
And then I was like, okay, what is this? So I pulled out a trigger. I looked at it and I seen the word trigger. And I put out my phone. I ain't gonna lie. I put out my phone. I typed in, what does a game trigger do?
Mm.
And when it told me what it did, I'm like, bet. So I put it down. I looked through the lines of code and I'm looking for something that said trigger. Because I don't know what any of them do, but I was looking for the keyword trigger. And I came across when player enters trigger, when player exits trigger, when object enters trigger, when object exits trigger. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not fucking with an object. I'm looking for a player. Okay, when people spawn in, they're spawning into the trigger. So I guess when player enters trigger has to be the code. So I
Mm.
threw that right there. And then I was like, well, how do I get it to play a sound? So I'm looking through the lines of code. I think it's in your events. The events is the wand. It's the third option from the left on your logic board. You click on the wand, you scroll down. It should be the 10th option from the top. It says play sound, stop sound, pause sound. Those are your three options. So I said, okay, well, I wanted to play something. So I drag and dropped it. And I'm like, well, how does it know? Because if this is attached to the trigger, how does it know what to play? So then I put up my phone again. I'm like, how do I do such and such and such? It says you got to use variables. I said, what the fuck is a variable? And then at that time, a good friend of mine, something artist, I can't think of her name at this moment, not Angel the artist, but another artist. She hit me up. She was like, hey, you ever heard about these documents? I'm like, nah, what documents? And she sent me a link to Meta's website that had documentation of what each line of code does. I'm like,
Mm.
oh, she came in fucking clutch. So I was looking, I was reading through it, and I said, okay, I need to make a variable. So I clicked on the last one, which is your variables. There's a difference between variables and there's a difference between custom variables. So I clicked on it, I made one that says sound, and I dragged and dropped it. And I'm like, okay, well, I attached it to this and attached this to this. And when I stepped in the trigger, it worked. I was like, oh yeah, I'm
Oh.
about to learn this shit.
Then
I'm about to learn
that
this shit.
right
So
there,
for
that satisfaction, bro. When you
when it
start learning
works,
that code and it works, bro, it's so satisfactory, bro.
hmm
I
and
tried
then
it.
from there that day, literally for like a month, I've sat in build mode trying different shit. Just does this work? Does this work? Why does this work? And then once you start learning how shit works, you start getting ideas like, well, what if I twisted it this way and then I added a this over here and then did this to this and
Hmm.
I attached that to that? And you start putting shit together and it's like, oh damn, it's like puzzle pieces. You just start plopping shit in and it works. And it's like, oh my God, I got this.
Bro. That's crazy. Your story is crazy and it's wild because you just went in there and you just fully just did it. Just learned it. Went in, learned it. Full, just thrown into the fire, thrown into the water, and you just had to swim, bro. And that's the beauty of it, bro. With anybody, if you take the time out, and you can and have the interest, bro, you can learn this thing. You can start creating these games. And like I said, I was young, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to create video games. And when I came in here and seen that you can do that as well, I was my inner child was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" I started learning code. Shout out to Vidu because I went straight to YouTube. Did the same thing. What is this? How do you build in Horizon Worlds? And shout out to Lex
Mm-hmm.
and Sensei J for making
Mm-hmm.
those long videos. And yeah, man, that's how I did it and learned it. They did like a little Vidu certification thing, and they did like a
Mm-hmm.
little test. They had a rubrics. I did my test, and yeah, they're like, okay, yeah, and they kind of helped me figure out how to really be a successful builder in here, bro. But coming from your story, you came from the mud, and so kudos and respect to you, bro, 100%, bro. And to this day, you doing some huge stuff, man. Can you tell me about what you working on now, man? Well, like what you doing now since the beginning to now? What you doing?
So in the beginning, I have over, I want to say, 2,000 unpublished worlds.
2,000
Um,
unpublished worlds, bro. What you mean?
yes, I'm gonna get into that. So about 900 of those
Unpublished. What you doing with?
play tests.
Oh,
So
beta test.
they're play
Okay, okay,
tests. Like
okay.
I would go in there, script some shit, and then I don't like putting my projects together. Like I don't have one world where it's just a bunch of projects. I'll make a project, fuck with it. If it works, leave it there, make another world, do a project, leave it there. So about 900 of those are just projects that I was fucking with scripting. Those other worlds are builds. I want to say about a good 500 of the other ones are builds and concepts that I were working on, like video game maps, houses, and shit like that. The rest of them are actual games that I'm working on or that I was working on. I have three main games, actually four main games. No, yeah, no, three main games that I've been working on since 2022. One of them is called The King's Game, which is a massive MMO RPG. There's
In Horizon
dialect,
Worlds?
there's narration. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
There's a story, there's
Nice.
characters, there's
Oh wow.
bosses, there's dungeons, there's game mechanics like superpowers and shit like that. And every time I get close to finishing it, Horizon drops some new shit that I gotta incorporate. So it's like, oh, we can use voice
Mm.
commands now. Now I gotta go back and do this.
And it's not
So
dropped.
I'm working on that.
So it's
It's
not
not
finished
dropped, not
enough to
yet.
be
King's
dropped
Game.
because
No, I'm
even the
far.
regular apps be updating, man. They'll release the game and publish it, and when the updates go,
Mm-mm.
they just update it and republish it, man. What you doing?
See, my game ain't even in the update phase. I'm not even. I'm gonna say I'm 70% done, and the reason I say that is because I'm very meticulous on how I do things. When I first started the game, the biggest hurdle was how do I get so much with such little capacity. Then I joined the creators program. I got a shit ton of capacity. I'm like, okay, cool. I still want to do more. How do I do dungeons? They gave us this thing called subleveling, where you're able to put a world within a world. It's like a level and a sub level, and then you can call that sub level out. So, say like you're in the main HUD world and you walk into a cave, then you can make a teleporter that teleports the player to a black box with a loading screen. And while they're in there, that's just to make it seem like they're actually in the loading screen. They're not. They're just in the box. But and make it look like a loading screen. And what's happening while that's loading is it's despawning the HUD world and then spawning in another world from a different server that looks like a dungeon.
Mm.
It's not quite asset spawning because it is essentially like if you took one of your worlds and you took that whole world and imported it into this world. Is
Mm.
essentially what it is. It's not asset spawning because that's different. But then it was like, okay, well now I know how to do dungeons. They gave us that, but then I was like, well, we don't use the B button for shit on your controller. There's,
That's true.
when you click that button, it'll do nothing unless you're holding something. Then they gave us the ability to TypeScript where we can use the buttons on your controller without having to hold something. It's called a controller manager,
Mm.
and they use it in They use it in this template called Rooftop Run, where when you jump and you press the B button, it gives you a double jump. The B button doesn't really do anything, but you don't have to hold nothing. It just listens to that command. So I'm like, okay, now that we have the ability to utilize the buttons, I can start utilizing those buttons. Like, hey, the B button calls up your weapons. Then they gave us the AI talk of things for your AI NPCs, which you can talk to it. It gives you a feedback back. This guy, Jim Pudding, who is a really amazing scripter, gave me this
Yeah.
idea to where I can use the Gen AI conversation gizmo and I can have it listen for certain things and cause reactions. So I can have it
Oh.
attached to a player and be like, I cast fireball, and it'll listen for that and then cast the fireball. So now we have
Mm.
voice commands without having voice commands. So
Wow.
now
That's
that's
sick.
what I'm on now. I'm
That's
implementing
sick.
voice commands for certain elements and shit. But that's for King's Game. King's Game, complete whole story. The story's done. I'm getting the narration done. The building's almost done. I'm not a builder. I have other people do that, so it's kind of hard for me to focus on the building and do the scripting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like 60% done with the scripting. But if y'all go to my Instagram page and you scroll down, you will see a video of the old Avatar in this world that looks like it's blue. And I back up and you'll see swords floating around me, and it's called the King's Gambit. Is where it's a special ability once you collect all the weapons, where you can summon all the weapons at once and they float around you, and you have 30. So you can grab one, you have 30 seconds to use its ability, then it disappears and it takes some of your health,
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to utilize that mechanic. It's strong as hell. But
Nice.
you can see me working on that in that video. Um, I got King's Gambit. I got Paint the World, which is another story driven game where you have to literally paint the world in order to progress to the next level.
Oh, that's
Um,
hard. You published that one?
yeah, no, nope, that's not published either.
Oh man, what you waiting on?
None these three games ain't published. I do so. I have published words that aren't underneath my name. I just did the main scripting for them, but I'll get into that in a second. And then the third one is called Home. I got two series. I got Home and then I got Alone. And those are basically just story driven games where you walk through, you solve puzzles, you get narration, shit like that. It's like murder mystery basically. But
Nice.
those are almost done and those will be coming out soon. Um, as far as that, I do have a shit ton of worlds that I'm on. Like if you go look at my profile in the Horizon, it'll say I'm part of like 200 something worlds that have been dropped that aren't in my name. One of those being Insidious, which was a maze game where Diddy would chase you around the maze, and if he
Yo.
caught you, you had to restart. Yeah,
Indeed, it's crazy.
Insidious.
That's funny.
Then we have another game with actually Chirac Picasso called Walgreens, and I forgot what the other one is, but basically one day he made these little things called Goonies. They're like little animated characters. I mean, they're flawless, like pitch perfect animated characters.
Hmm.
And I give hats off to that nigga. He's amazing when it comes to artistry.
Yeah, shout out
Um,
Chirac Picasso.
and we made a game where you'd walk into like this hood Walgreens in the parking lot, and there'll be these Quest 3s sitting on the concrete. When you pick it up and put it on, it spawns a gun in your hand, and there's three Goonies that chase you around the map. You gotta shoot them and kill them.
I love that, bro. That was in the Chirac Picasso's music video I shot when we did it the first time. It was really
Yeah,
dope. Really, really
yeah.
dope, bro.
I'm the one that scripted it. You'll tell I
That's
scripted
that's
something if
that's
you
sick.
look around the world and there's a DP somewhere. That's me.
Nice, man. So if y'all know, man, when y'all getting this headset, see that DP, that's the Ina Panda in the building, 100%,
Mm-hmm.
bro. No, man. Before we sign out, though, man, and this is like an advanced episode, bro, because you using the probably words that people don't even know yet, though, because when they get in there, hopefully not too late, and they can start being developers before the Call of Duty Fortnite kind of thing that I was mentioning
Yeah.
will happen. And you probably can't be seen, or you probably be busy doing some other stuff and hard to contact you. But let the people know about like advice. Give them some advice about VR when they get on the headset or want to start building or start scripting. Um,
Oh,
what should they do? What should they bring? What's the
the
design of
biggest
facts?
thing I can tell. there's three things I could tell you, and these are like the most hardcore things I could ever tell you. The realest shit I ever tell you. One, you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's gonna like you, and for reasons that don't even fucking matter. Not everybody's gonna like you. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, so don't try to please people that you don't need to please. Don't move mountains for motherfuckers who won't pick up a twig for you. That's
Mm-hmm.
one.
Facts.
Number two, stay consistent. That's one of my biggest things that I have a hard time doing is staying consistent with people. That's why I get in a lot of trouble when I'm scripted for people because I'll do something here and then go off and do a lot of gags, do some other shit and completely forget. And I'm like, oh, I need a refund because it's past the due date. I'm like, fuck, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Stay consistent. You have to stay consistent. It's something I'm still learning myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and three, stay true to who you are. Don't try to pretend to be anything you're not. Don't follow my path. I was big capping in these motherfucking streets. It worked out. I'm at where I'm at now, and I'm doing what I'm doing in a new light. But just if you are who you are in there, you're going to have a good time. Like I said, you're going to come across people who just don't fucking like you. That's life. But if you stay consistent, you stay true to who you are, and you just mind your business and do what you do, bro, it's life would be so much easier in VR. It would be fun. It is fun still. And just, have fun. Don't worry about the bullshit. Don't worry
Amen
about
to
shit you
that.
can't change.
Facts, man. Man, I love that, man, and that's 100% facts, man. Once you get in this thing, just know you can take it right on out, or you can just strictly be yourself, and you can gravitate towards the people who just like you. 100%, man. Um, any shameless plugs, any shout outs, any things you want to kind of promote before we sign out? Do any last words?
Oh, hell yeah. I got a few things. It's going to take a little second. One, shout out to Beneficial Gaming and Beneficial Films. If y'all need any type of film work done, any type of video recording, audio recording, promo, hit my guy up. Y'all will not be disappointed. He's better than me, and I don't say that about a lot of people.
Yo,
I'm gonna just keep it static.
no respect, man.
Hit
I
up
appreciate
Beneficial,
you.
bro. That's my man. Shout out to Thickums EST 93. That is my mother. She is an amazing world builder and world creator.
Shout out
I
Thickums.
would go try her games, Minecraft Obby, Tree Climb. We just finished updating Saw X Jigsaw. That's a scary game. I think y'all should go play that. It's real lit.
Ooh,
Um,
looking for one.
yeah, it's real. Y'all gotta go play it. A little bit about the game is you get into an elevator with one other friend, and one friend's in like this little prison dungeon, and the other one's playing the game. And you have 5 minutes to save your friend, but you have options. You can either die together, you can either escape and leave your friend, or you can save your friend. The choice is up
Mm.
to you, and it will ruin friendships. I've seen it,
Oh snap!
but it's fun.
That's
But it's
interesting.
fun. And also, man, shout out to Metaverse. Y'all get on my nerves sometimes, Meta, because of the BS updates and shit y'all be dropping
Mm.
and breaking gifts and shit. I'm tired of it, but y'all do give us the opportunity to learn and grow as a community, and y'all do give us the opportunity to make money. So big shout out to Mark Zuckerberg and Metaverse. Um,
You shout
One
out
more
Mark.
shout out to myself because I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need any work done, I am doing things for free at the moment because I'm trying to get my reputation back up and get it back to where it needs to be. So if y'all need any type of work done, whether it be building, TriMet scripting, whatever y'all need, y'all can hit me up at Designer Panda LLC, ABC Scripting LLC, or Aunt Valentine Productions, and I'll always reply back.
My man, dude. Thank you so much, man, for taking your time out to talk with me for real, bro. That's going to be a wrap on this episode of In the Lands with Bands. Huge thank you to Designer Panda, man. And as y'all know, and as y'all heard, he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing because y'all heard them big words, and y'all gotta go to him to understand what those words mean. So, man,
Oh, hold on,
yeah,
before we go, y'all
yeah.
don't actually have to come to me. Y'all can go to my new YouTube channel starting up tomorrow where I break
Hey,
down things for y'all. It's gonna be scripted because you
hey.
got scripted videos where they say just do this, but no, my scripted videos I will be programming it in front of y'all and break it down why it does what it does and how it works. So that way y'all get a full, complete understanding of how to code block.
Oh, I love that, bro. And I'm gonna stay tuned too, because if you doing it now, that mean you got the update advanced John. So they doing it on desktop now in VR. So I know people looking. People was looking and still need, and then
Yeah.
those new people that's gonna come in here for sure, man. So make sure
Mm,
y'all check them out at Designer Panda LLC. And thank you for everyone watching, and thank you for everyone listening. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to like, follow, and to subscribe, and stay tapped in for more innovators and creators changing the future, man. With that being said, it's Ben's in the lens. Until next time, keep imagining, keep creating, and always stay in the lens. Thank you so much, Designer Panda,
hi.
bro. That was super smooth,
No
bro.
problem.
I love the catching up with that, bro. Trying to,
I
man,
appreciate. I
we
appreciate. I
gotta
love
work
you
on
having me on the show.
something. We gotta work on something, man.
Hey, let me know what you're trying to do, man. I'm like I
Amen.
said.